Hello, Marissa. I don't know what time you're watching this, so good morning, good evening, and good afternoon. But in a different order. Oops. As far as my roommate goes, her name is Sam, and she's very nice, from what I know of her. And by that, I mean she goes home every weekend and works. So I don't know a lot about her. We like some of the same stuff, as in, like, Supernatural and Lord of the Rings and Star Wars, but that's pretty much where it ends. Yeah. You have stories, so I suppose I should tell you some to make you feel better, because trust me, your stories did kind of make me feel a little bit better about myself overall, so thanks for that. Story number 1. Whenever you get a dorm room, you get a P.O. box that your mail goes to, and you get a key for it, and you're told, okay, this is your P.O. box number, that's where your mail goes, you gotta go get it. And whenever you get a package, since it's so small, they give you a little slip of paper, and then you have to go to the desk at a certain time, and you give the paper, and then you get your package. You sign for it, and then, ooh, you have packages. I forgot that I had a P.O. box for like 2 weeks. So I was gonna go back up to my room, but I stopped and said, you know what? I have a P.O. box. I need to check that. So I went over to the little section thingy, and I checked, and I had five little slips of paper in there telling me that I had packages, and I was like, oh. So I went back up to my room, and I waited until you can get your packages. So I went down, and I gave them my papers, and there was this girl that was sitting on the couch in the lobby. She's just, oh, are you the girl that forgets to check her P.O. box? And I'm not good with, like, strangers. I'm terrible at that kind of interaction. It terrifies me, and I don't know what to do, and so I'm just turning to her, and I'm looking at her like, yes? And she just starts laughing, and I have no idea why she's laughing at me, but she's laughing at me. And the next thing I know, she's just clapping and being like, you know you have a drawer. Like, you had so many packages, we had to give you your own drawer. If you have one, just make sure that you're regularly checking your P.O. box. Please. Story number 2. For my honors program, we have to do 10 hours of community service and volunteer work, which is totally okay. I've done a lot of it for, you know, NHS and all that kind of stuff. But one of the things they told us that we could do was this river cleanup. We were going to go down to the Susquehanna River, and we were going to clean out tires. But we're on our way back, and we have a canoe, because we put a bunch of tires in the canoe, and we can't fit in the canoe because it's filled with tires. So we're all hanging onto the side of the canoe, and we're, like, walking it back to shore. And we don't know how to get back to shore correctly, because they led us on this path through the water that was, it only got up to here on me. That was okay. It was a little terrifying, but it was fine. It was fine. I was okay. But Marina and I didn't know how to get back that way, so we just were like, okay, beeline it for shore. Just go straight to shore, diagonally. Just go. We'll get there. We'll be fine. We're taking this canoe back to shore, and I realized suddenly that I can't feel the bottom of, like, I can't feel the riverbed. It's not there anymore, and I'm literally just in deeper water than I can survive in. And so I start crying. I get back to shore, and it's fine because I'm not crying anymore, and the tear tracks are gone because, you know, water splashed them off, and everything's fine. Marina's the only one that knows all this. That's what I'm thinking. Like, okay, she can keep a secret. She's good. She can not tell anybody, you know, that I cried my eyes out. We land back on shore, and only then do I realize that it was very acoustically, you know, oriented, and everybody on shore had heard me crying through echoes on the walls of the, yeah. College tip, if you can't swim, don't go on a river cleanup. That's story number 3. So you know how whenever you're listening to music, you'll walk and beat with the music? Well, I was doing that one day. I had my headphones in, and I was walking to class, so I wasn't really watching where I was going at all. I was just walking, and I'm passing in front of Price, which is this big auditorium, and behind me is another, you know, bunch of kids getting out of class, and I'm just walking to the beat of my music, and I'm not looking, and the next thing I knew, I had tripped. I didn't fall. I did not fall, but I was walking in a very crowded place, and I tripped. And what tripping around a lot of people isn't abnormal or something to be completely embarrassed about, I did just kind of walk away really, really fast without looking at anybody. I just got out of there as fast as I could. Overall, though, everything is going really, really well. I'd just like to say, if you're watching this, it means I learned how to edit videos, which is a good thing, no matter how mediocre it may be. And that I look forward to seeing a video from you. And that we really need to come up with a schedule for these so that we know when we have to post them.